all are fine, right? So today we are going to know about our important organ everyone use. There is a specialty about this organ that if the organ stops again after some time, if it enters another body, it can start again with the help of an electricity. So I think you have guessed that what organ it is. Absolutely, it's heart. Transportation. It's a CEO of transportation. Visit a health center in your locality and find out what is the normal range of hemoglobin content in human beings. These are just activities which you have to try. No, trying is not bad, right? So let's try that. Uh, is it the same for children and adults? And is there any difference in hemoglobin levels of men and women? There is a fact that the woman heart beats faster than men. A very good, interesting. And they also say that a woman can see world in a very colorful way, but not a man. Men cannot see in that vision. It depends upon the chromosomes which they have and we have. So that's a big story. So we don't need that. And today I'm going to discuss about transportation, that is nothing but our heart. We have seen in previous sessions that blood transport food, oxygen and waste materials in our bodies. In class 9, we learned about blood being a fluid connective tissue. Blood consists of a fluid medium called plasma, in which the cells are suspended. Plasma transports food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste in dissolved form. Oxygen is carried by the red blood corpuscles. Many other substances like salts are also transported the blood. We thus need a pumping organ to push the blood around the body. A networks of tubes reach all the tissues and a system in a place to ensure that the network can be repaired if damaged. So our pump, that is our heart. The heart is a muscular organ which is big as our fist. Because both oxygen and carbon dioxide have to be transported by the blood, the heart has a different chambers to prevent the oxygen-rich blood from mixing the blood containing the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide-rich blood has reached the lungs from the carbon dioxide to be removed. The oxygenated blood from the lungs has to be brought back to the lungs and to be brought back to the heart. The oxygenated rich blood is then pumped to the rest of the body. We can follow this process step by step. Oxygen-rich blood from the lungs comes to the thin-walled upper chamber of the heart on the left atrium. Left atrium relaxes when it collecting the blood. It contracts while the next chamber, the left ventricle, relaxes so that the blood is transmitted to it. When the muscular left ventricle contracts its turn, the blood is pumped out to the body. Deoxygenated blood comes from the body to the upper chambers on the right of the right atrium as it relaxes. As the right atrium contracts, the corresponding lower chamber, the right ventricle, dilates. This transfers blood to right ventricle, which is in turn it to the lungs for oxygenation. Since ventricles have to pump blood into various organs, they have thicker muscular valves that the arteria do. Valves ensure the blood doesn't flow backwards. The arteria or ventricles contract. Oxygen enters the blood in lungs. The separation of the right side and the left side of the heart is useful to keep the oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood from mixing. Such separations allow highly efficient supply of oxygen to the body. This is useful in animals that have high energy needs, such as birds and mammals, which constantly use energy to maintain their body temperature. In animals that do use energy for this purpose, the body temperature depends on the temperature of the environment. Such as animals like amphibians or many reptiles have 3-chamber hearts and tolerate some mixing of the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood streams. Fishes, on the other hand, have only two chambers to their hearts, and blood is pumped to the gills, oxygenated there, and passes directly to the rest of the body. The blood goes on once through the heart in the fish during one cycle of passage through the body. On the other hand, it does not goes through the heart twice during each cycle in vertebrates, and this is known as double circulation. Right? Now the tubes that are blood vessels. Arteries are the vessels which carry blood away from the heart to various organs of the body. Since the blood emerges from the heart under high pressure, the arteries have thick elastic walls. Veins collect the blood from different organs and bring it back to the heart. They do not need thick walls because the blood is no longer under pressure. Instead, they have valves that ensure the blood flows only in one direction. On reaching any organ or tissue, the artery divides it into smaller vessels to bring the blood in contact with all individual cells, and the smallest vessels have walls which one thick and are called capillaries. Exchange of materials between the blood and surrounding cells takes place across the thin wall. The capillaries join together to form veins that convey the blood from the organ to tissue. What happens if this system of tubes develops a leak? Think about the situations when we are injured and start bleeding. Naturally, the loss of blood from the system had to be minimized. In addition, leakage would lead to loss of pressure, which would reduce the efficiency of pumping system. To avoid this, blood has platelets cell which circulate around the body and plug these leaks and by helping to clot the blood at these points of injury. Lymph. There is another type of fluid also involved in the transportation. This is called as lymph or tissue fluid. Through the pores present in the walls of the capillaries, some amount of plasma, proteins and blood escape into intracellular spaces in the tissues to form tissue fluid or lymph. It is similar to the plasma of blood but colorless and contains less protein. Lymph drains into lymphatic capillaries from the intracellular spaces, which join to form large lymph vessels that finally open into large veins. Lymph carries digested and absorbed fat from intestine, drained excess fluid from extracellular space back into the blood. So friends, I think you all have understood the topic. If you don't understood the topic, I am ready to teach each and every part of a heart clearly. So if you have any comments, please post it in comment box, and please subscribe and share the videos which will give us confidence to make more videos.